So I have to begin my brief remarks this afternoon with a confession, an apology. I've neglected a very important duty which I make a habit of doing at every wedding that I officiate at. Before the service, it is my custom to approach the bride and groom just discreetly before the service begins and just to check whether they want to go through with this. I neglected it on this occasion because it was so abundantly obvious to me from the moment that I first met them that it was kind of rare to find a couple so obviously in love as Jack and Natalie.
You see, I'd met her several times before, but on the night of my wedding, that was the first time that a very large number of people in this room first met Natalie. Someone who could sit down with any person in the room and have the most heartfelt, deep conversation and whatever that person wants to talk about.
I remember asking Natalie and Jack a question that practically got them speaking a different language, aka aviation talk. But I just smiled and nodded and pretended I understood. So recently, I took some time to learn a little bit about this aviation talk. So first, we have the pre-flight checklist. This is a lot like dating. You have a checklist of things you want in a significant other and make sure your suitor checks all the boxes. It's also important to check the weather to see if you and your partner are likely to experience any turbulence. Lastly, you want to ensure there's enough fuel for a long and lasting relationship. Once your pre-flight checklist is cleared, aka you decide to date, you can communicate with air traffic control. Air traffic control signifies friends and family, cross-checking information and helping to make sure the flight path is clear as possible.
When it was just about time for my wife Samantha to throw the bouquet, a cousin came up to me. She told me, "Gray, you tell Samantha to aim for Natalie." And I think that what Grace said and what so many other people with similar sentiments said that night, that we all saw something special, or whenever we first met Natalie, someone who's going to make Jack very happy.
Eventually, you ask for permission to take off, aka getting engaged. Once air traffic control approves this engagement, you head for the runway. You wait your turn to take off, get married, and when it's time, all engines fire, it's full speed ahead, the wheels pull up, and you head for proper altitude.
I, John Richard Miller, take you, Natalie Sue Verhey, to be my wife.
I, Natalie Sue Verhey, take you, John Richard Miller, to be my husband.
To have and to hold, from this day forward,
For better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
to love, cherish, and protect,
till death us do part.
according to God's holy law. And this is my solemn vow.
And this is my solemn vow.
The love chapter from 1 Corinthians 13, what a way to begin. I mean, to identify that love is the thing without which nothing else matters. Let me urge you to remember these words, that if you were to give your body to be burned but didn't love, then it would profit you nothing. Let love shape and direct everything. I, therefore, pronounce them husband and wife. Those whom God has joined together, let no one divide. Jack? As many times as you like.
You have a big brother, you've got a big, strong, wise, experienced person who is ready to protect you, pull you back up on your feet when you're on the ground, even when he's the one who put you there. And more importantly, when you have someone like Jack, someone who is adventurous but also dedicated, then you learn a lot of lessons from the things that your big brother has tried before you. But at a certain time, you start feeling a little bit less like a little brother. But you start to realize there's something else. And what's left is a man who is not only one of my closest friends, but my first friend.
Natalie, I can't wait to watch this next chapter of the life. I've been lucky enough to be on the receiving end of your love and support, and I can only imagine how this will translate into Mary's life. And Jack, I know you make Natalie so happy. I have no doubt in my mind you will treat her the way she deserves. You have truly picked the most amazing girl to make your life. Now let's raise your glasses to the beautiful bride and groom on their long and happy flight. Cheers!
Wanna take you to the promised land and lead you out of Egyptian sand. Yeah, I live for the thrill, I live for the chase, lust for the road.